This is an audiobook, Emotional Clarity, written by Sandip Jadhav, a step-by-step guide to recognize your feelings, identify your emotional patterns, and discover your limiting belief. Let's begin. Introduction. This book is your first step towards truly understanding yourself. Most of us go through life on autopilot, reacting, feeling, struggling, without pausing to see why we feel the way we do. This guide will help you to stop, observe, and gently explore your emotion, your patterns, and your beliefs. When you see clearly, you can choose differently. That's the magic of awareness. Chapter 1. What are emotions? Emotions are natural signals that help us navigate life. Think of them as your inner compass. They show you what matters to you and help you make decisions. Why emotions are so important? They alert you to what's right or wrong for you. They connect you to others. For example, compassion helps you care. Anger helps you set boundaries. They influence your choices, health, and relationship. Why do emotions appear? Emotions appear to protect you, motivate you, or communicate needs. Imagine touching something hot. You feel pain, so you pull your hand away. Similarly, fear helps to avoid danger. Joy encourages you to do more of what's good for you. How do emotions get triggered? External event, a harsh word, a kind smile, thought. These are the ways how the emotion get triggered. First, we have seen the emotional or external event. Second is thought. Worrying about the future can trigger anxiety. Memories. Recalling a happy day can bring back joy. Time. Certain dates, time of day, or anniversaries can awaken specific emotions. Location. Being in a particular place can remind you of an emotional moment. Senses like smell, sound, sight, taste, or touch. Sensory input can instantly evoke emotions linked to a prior experience. Body sensation, physical states like hunger or fatigue can influence your emotional state. Other people's emotion, like emotion, maybe we can observe or mirror the feeling or some emotion of the people around us. Like if someone start laughing, that may the other person also smile little, that way. How to identify and track your emotions? Emotions are guide our thoughts. They guide our actions and well-being. But most of us, through the day without noticing, pass the day without noticing your emotions clearly. So what you need to do? Pause and check in. several times a day, stop and ask, what am I feeling right now? Name the emotion. Use simple words like feeling sad, happy, anxious, excited, frustrated, peaceful. Notice the body. Where do I feel it? E.g., thighs, chest, heavy head, light heart, that way. Then write it down. Keep a small journal or use a notes or maybe an app in your phone to log what you feel and what triggered it. Because this awareness is a first step to healing and emotional freedom. After this chapter, in description you can get the downloadable resource link, and in that link there is one tracker given to you where you need to open that tracker and write down all the emotions you are feeling in after 2 hours gap or maybe 3 hours gap or maybe hourly according to your suitability. Track it so you will be aware what you are feeling, when you are feeling, where you are feeling in your body, and what it's triggering it. Let's move to another chapter. It's a chapter 2, emotional pattern, the hidden loops. What are the emotional patterns? Emotional patterns are repetitive emotional responses that arises in a similar situations, often rooted in a childhood experiences, past trauma, or a long-held beliefs. They form an emotional autopilot mode. For example, feeling unworthy when you are criticized. This is linked to your childhood experiences. Second, feeling anxious when you face uncertainty, or feeling guilty when putting your needs first. How this pattern get forms? First, repeated experience. When first time you feel something, like in last example we have seen the feeling criticized, feeling unworthy when you are criticized. So if it is in childhood someone has criticized you, that was the first experience. And the similar way, if you feel it again, you get the experience again, it gets stronger. Second, childhood conditioning. First is a repetitive experience, second is a childhood conditioning. If something conditioned at childhood, that can be your pattern. Third, trauma and significant emotional events. If something extreme event has happened in any phase of your life, that event can create an emotional trauma or a loop. Unconscious belief and inner dialogue. This is something habitually we are saying something to us ourselves that also can create a pattern. Next is a cultural and social environment, like our community, our religion, or culture teaches us what emotions are acceptable and which should be hidden. Based on your societal conditioning, that also can be create a pattern. Next is a strong emotional event that taught you this is how I feel here. If anything has happened and you feel that first time, due to that situation, you start feeling it. Now we'll see how to identify your patterns. So first is identify the trigger through the reflection journal. In last chapter we have seen in a journal we'll be writing the emotions, what I am feeling, where I am feeling, when I am feeling. So whenever you have written that you feel because of something happened, that is in your pattern. So this can be a link to a loop. So there is the first thing, the trigger through this reflection journal you need to. This is what the event and how I feel. That is the event is your trigger then. Second, the emotional timeline. How to trace a pattern back to their roots. This is only possible when you start journaling your emotions, identifying your loops and emotional patterns. Then only you can spot the roots. Because once you have a clear idea about your emotions and pattern, then you can think in a past when from where it is started. Which was the first incident when I felt this way, and that can guide you to find the roots. The repeating situation is the next one. Repeating situation map. How to spot life pattern. Just identify in the particular situation how you feel. That help you to identify your pattern. And then, why always me? This also can help you to identify. Because it's a mirror. How to identify an emotional loop. Why always me? Why this is always happening to me? That also can help you to identify this is not a first time, it's a loop. Next is body awareness scan. How to identify emotions that live in the body before the mind notice. If anything happens, your body give you signal. And from there also you can identify the loop. Whenever I am feeling this in my body, why I am feeling this? Oh, this has the incident. And if you start tracking it, you will identify easily. Now here, after this chapter, you will find the 5 exercises to identify the emotional pattern. So to get those exercises or downloading access, you can visit website, and from there you can connect to us, join the community, we'll give all those access to you. So make sure you join the WhatsApp community through the description. Now let's move to chapter 3, and that is belief, the root of all reaction. So what are the beliefs? Beliefs are thoughts you have accepted as a truth. They shape how you see yourself, others, and the world. Why are the beliefs so important? Because your beliefs are the unseen script that shape your life. They influence what you think you deserve, how you see the world, and what your believe is possible. They filtered what you noticed. They create an emotional reaction and they guide your choices. Some beliefs uplift you, but others, limiting beliefs, quietly keep you stuck. No matter how hard you try to move forward, this is really deep. You need to think on this, analyze this. Let's move to the next part. How do limiting beliefs get formed? Limiting beliefs are usually formed through first, childhood experiences. In childhood, if you face criticism, neglect, favoritism, trauma, these are the root of some belief get formed in childhood and you hold it and carry it for your life. Second, repeated failures or rejections. If in a childhood, in a school or in any social situation, if you feel any kind of rejection, it hurt. Because in childhood, people or the kid don't have that much acceptance or ability to analyze and other knowledge as well, and because of lacking that experience they accept as a failure or rejection, and it create a belief in them. Third is cultural or a family conditioning. If from the lineage or from the parent or the conditioning of family, if some beliefs are there, say some if any family is in poverty, the kids automatically take those patterns, those beliefs in them, and they carry it and they struggle because of that. Next is a significant emotional event. The significant emotional event that can be a positive or can be a negative. Those events also can form. Like we have the example we might have heard about the elephant. Tying elephant with the chain in a childhood. And after the elephant get older, they just use a rope instead of those chain. But still the belief in the elephant, the kid elephant in his mind build is, I can't break this chain. So even when the elephant get bigger, elder, that time they can easily break the chain, but still they have a belief, and because of that they don't try to even break it. Next is what we witness in a people we admired or feared. If any incident, maybe fighting, argument, or such things the child or kids might have seen repeatedly, that also can be formed and limiting or negative belief in them about the relationship. Same goes to health, same goes to career, same goes to their financial condition. Whatever they have experienced and witnessed, belief get formed. How to identify your limiting belief? This is very, very important. And here you need to pay attention. First, I can't. Start writing down this exercise. Do the first exercise, which is take a blank paper, write down. Say, suppose if you want to do something and you are not able to do, then write first. On the first line, write it. I can't because, and then start writing the answers. 10, 20, just write it randomly. You may not write those much numbers, but it will give you an actual ideas what belief you are holding. Second, the trigger tracker. The trigger tracker, when you start writing the triggers, you will identify the patterns from them. And then you will come to know what are the beliefs behind it. It will give you a clear idea. Third, always, never. Just audit whenever you are saying always. When you say always, when you say never. And if you are saying negative things, positive things, you will identify. Whenever you will be using, oh, you are always like that. People always cheat me. I always struggle. These kind of negative things are actually having a core belief. Same way you need to pattern the never and other words also. It will help you to identify limiting belief. Then next is the root memory exercise. Here in this chapter at the bottom, in the description, you will get the downloadable resource. You just need to join the WhatsApp community and visit, and there you need to share your details. We will be giving you access of all those shit. Here you will get a worksheet to identify the limiting belief. Whatever exercises I have just mentioned, you will get access of that and you can start working on it. So thank you very much for listening this. First, I'd like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking out the important steps to your journey towards the emotional clarity, emotional freedom, and inner peace. By listening this book or reading this book, you are already done something many people never do. You have explored what emotions are. You have gained insight on emotional patterns that shape your life. You have started uncover the belief that may have held you back. And this awareness alone is a 50% of healing process. You now see the map you have. Your next step is from knowing to healing. Now you have two choices. You can continue reflecting and practicing what you have learned from your own, or you can accelerate your transformation by working with me to go deeper, break the lifelong pattern, release fears, phobias, trauma, and replace limiting belief with the practical positive experiences. So how I can support you further? You can subscribe my YouTube channel, join my communities, and I will share you multiple resources like my website. My website has 6 type of free gift. First, the book. Second, emotional healing one-on-one guidance consultation free of cost. Third, many courses like LinkedIn course, job searching, resume writing course, manifestation course, life coaching course. This kind of courses free access will be given. Visit my website and book free one-on-one healing session. Join my healing community. I invite you to take a next step. Thank you very much for taking out time and listening to me. Once again, thank you very much and happy healing journey to all of you. Thank you.